I want to discuss one of the model which Andrew Huberman told in his Huberman Labs podcast. He says that watch, do, and then teach someone. This model works, and he says that if you do this for everything, whatever course it be, if you do this, then your success is for sure. So basically, for example, you're teaching me AWS course. Then I learn it, I watch, I make some notes. After that, I solve some questions when I go to home and all those things. And after that, I should teach it to some friend. This helps me build concept clarity. This is what he thinks. What do you think? Will it work?
Yeah. So if we think about this model, that is watch, do, and teach, right? So I'll tell you research wise how it has been done. Okay. So watch is like you're learning some content. Okay. It might be textual content. It may be visual, or it may be images, videos, and so on. Okay. It might be your content might be in different format. So that is a watch. So you're learning some concepts to it. Okay. Next thing is about the do. Do is about the experimental learning or the kinesthetic kind of a thing where you practice. For example, for AWS, I give you some exercise. You do the hands-on sessions and so on. You practice the lab. You do the projects and that. So you get a more better knowledge on that. So that is with a do. So teach is like when you have some understanding about what you have a knowledge about a particular concept. When you teach for others, you will have two benefit. One is like you will have more clarity about the topic of your own, the topic whatever teaching to others, right? For example, you're teaching a pair, you're teaching a roommate about it. Okay, so you get a clarity about it. And next thing is you're recalling, by teaching others, you're recalling the concepts to yourself. That acts like a revision for you. So if you teach two, you read one concept and you just teach that for two people, obviously you will also not forget that concept, because you have already revised kind of a thing and you have done a research model, like how we have this watch, do, and the teach, right? So there is another model called like a walk model, VARK. Okay, so V is for visual, A is for audio, R for reading, and K for the kinesthetic. So it's almost same as what we are discussing there, but we have to understand what is the individual student learning style. So in my research paper, I've done some activities where for my class, I gave some activity to understand what is my individual student learning style. Because the traditional teaching is like that way, where the faculty comes to the class, teach, its delivery mode is same. Okay. It may be PPT, chalk and talk, whiteboard, and the marker. Okay. But my target audience, where my students are into different level. Okay. So some may be very quick in grasping the concept. Yes, some may be slow down and so on. And some will need some more time to grasp the concept itself. Okay. So to improvise it, when the students want to learn, what they can do is like they have to first understand what is my comfortable learning styles. If they understand that one, it will be easy for them to study quickly, learn the concepts quickly, remember it, and write the exams also well. For example, this visual, if you are very much comfortable in seeing the YouTube lectures, some images and the pictures, right? Then you would say visual is very, very dominating for you. Okay. Or else you are a person where if someone gives you the concept orally, you just listen like an audiobook that we listen, right? So we just listen to it, then I am ready for the exam. Yes. So that is the second category. Third is about the reading. That is your digital books. It's digital books or a physical textbooks that you read it. And the last one is experimental learning, where like physics experiments and so on, right? I'll do it and practice. Then I learn the concepts. By that way, I remember the concepts for a very longer time. That is, my retention is more. My clarity and understanding is more when I do a experimental learning. That's why we have a hands-on lab for all the courses, right? So that's the reason. Okay, whatever you learn in the theory, you want something to practice and hands-on, so that you learn and understand the concept to a better level, and you are in a position to implement some more concepts into it. Okay. And we have to basically understand which level you are more dominating. Most of the people will be a combination of it. Okay. So it is not only one. You will be very good with visual, you will be very good with kinesthetic or so on. It is like a multimodal kind of a thing. The multiple thing will define to it. Okay. And you also have to understand about the brain structure. Example, this example I used to tell even in the class. 10 years back, there is some movie. If you ask a song, what is that hero? What is the movie is all about? Sing a two-line song from that movie, right? People are able to relate it. That movie would have been reached 10 to 15 years back. I would have not even seen in this 10 to 15 years, but you are able to grasp and tell the story, your favorite hero, Iron Man, and something like, for an example, I'm telling, right? So you're able to tell the story, yeah, the characters, what dialogues. Right? So all these visual things you are able to remember. Something with an entertainment you are able to remember. But in case when I ask, what is the topic that we discussed in the last class, right? So what is the concept that we discuss in the class? People are not able to reproduce it very quickly. Yes, it's one thing is about the interest they're learning in the class, and the other aspect is like people are so much interested, or a brain structure isn't so comfortable when you put it as visual images, videos, and so on. So most of the people right now are into that category. That's why storytelling works very well for you. For example, if I tell some concept as a story, I show some images for you, right? You'll have a quick understanding, the retention will be very good, and you will reproduce it much faster and a better way and write the exams. Okay? This is how the structure of most of the students and the people. Okay? If you understand that way, whichever suits my learning style, you have to work more on that. If you do so, your long term retention will be there. You will be able to and remember the concepts well, and reproduce the concepts during their exams will be better.